for joining us this morning. Joel, looks like we're going to have John here. I'm assuming it's for a new build. Is that correct? Or is he here for that extension? I know he
may be here for something else.
Okay, well, John, if we could have you bring John in, we'll get to John since he's attending real quick, and we'll take a quick listen and see what he's here for.
No problem. Okay, John, I've got you over to the meeting.
Hey, good morning, John.
Good morning to you.
Hey, John, what are you here for this morning?
Items 13 and 16, 2 extension requests for Sergey Sevchuk.
Okay, 13 and 16, I reviewed those. Okay, let's, all right, John, I just wanted to find out what you're here for. I called the meeting to order. Let's get our agenda approved and then we'll move in. And if no one has any problems, we'll jump to your items real quick and get you out of the way.
Sounds good.
All right, John, so if you could excuse them real quick and then pull them back in a second.
All righty, I'm going to move you back here.
Thank you.
And
okay.
we do have a couple of other people who've shown up as attendees. One is listed as Aaron Russell and the other just as John.
Do you know which project they're here for?
Oh, Joel, I think you might be muted.
Aaron's here for 16 Canyon Court. And I believe John is John Falconworks. He'd be here for, is that 15 Autumn Vista?
Okay, so they're both yours and both new constructions.
Yeah, they're new constructions, and same with VP, which is that Vitali.
Okay, very good. Okay, so
A couple more attendees even. Sorry, Keith. Vitali and VP have shown up here.
okay, those will both be for the same thing then.
That's all the same there.
Okay, very good. So we've already called this meeting to order. Let's start out with item number 1. It's approval of the July 7th ACC meeting agenda. Does anyone have any issues with today's agenda?
I'll move to approve.
I'll second.
Okay, that's Joe Jean and Justin. Okay, that's been approved unanimously. Okay, does anyone have any issues if we jump down to items number 13 and 16 as we have John Gordon in attendance here? These are 2 extensions for new constructions. If you don't have any issues with that, let's go ahead and jump down to item number 13, which would be 77 Valley Crest Way.
All right, I've gone ahead and brought John Gordon back over to the meeting here.
Thank you, John. And I'm gonna have to try to find this in my pile. Okay, 77. Okay, this is their date is expiring on 7/9/22. They need more time. The current Whatcom County expiration date for their permit is 10/21/22. They're asking for the same Sudden Valley completion date to at least match the county permit. I was okay.
I'll move to approve with the county date.
Okay, how about any do we have any fees that are associated with an extension? Or maybe we should put that with Sudden Valley admin. If there's any fees on their end
This
required.
would be the first extension, so.
Oh, it is.
It's free.
It is their first. Okay. Okay, so Joe Jean, and then I'll second that. Thank you, John, for sharing that with us. Anybody have any issues with that?
Nope.
Okay, that's unanimous. That's been approved. That's 77 Valley Crest Way. Extension has been approved. Okay, we're going to move down to item number 16, which is 49 Louise View Drive. Now, John, what's the deal on this one?
Same thing. It's got a little later
Excuse me.
completion date, the 23rd. And I indicated, I'm not sure what the county date is, but I indicated on the request.
Yeah. Okay. Anybody have any issues or concerns with this?
Nope, it seems just like the last one.
It is, that's correct.
So I'll move to approve.
Second,
Okay, that's Justin and Joe Jean. Okay, that's unanimous. That's been approved.
Can you let me know what the date is?
Yeah, we will match your county permit. Do you know what that date is?
Is it on the,
It's
Well, you have 123 on here, 123, 2023 is what's on your on the application.
that's what
there's
I was
also October
requesting.
11th.
Yeah, I was requesting, more than 3 months. But if you're gonna match the county, I've already got that. I also have that date on there and I just don't have it in
That's
front of me.
October 11th.
Okay, October 11.
That's what you have on there now. You have October 11th, 2022.
Well, that's the county, the current county expiration date. If you want to match them, then
Referring 6 months. Does anybody have an issue with extending it to January 23rd, 2023?
I think we should just do it up to the county, the
Okay,
county date.
fair enough. Okay, all in approval with the extending it, the expiration date to 10/11/2022. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, that's unanimous. It will be approved, John, with the extension to 10/11/2022.
thanks much.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate your time this morning. Okay,
Thanks, John.
Thank you.
okay, Joel, I'm going to turn it on over to you as you've got a couple people in attendance here and we got a few new builds to get through. So I'll let you take us where you want to go.
All right.
So you got the floor.
All righty. Let's see here. Let's hop to, let me share my screen.
Which number are we doing?
Let's hop over to number 25, item number 25. It's 15 Autumn Vista. And I believe in attendance we have Denny.
All right, Denny, I will go ahead and bring you over to the meeting here. I brought you in. You can unmute when you're ready.
I think John in the is a participant.
Let's see here. John
Yeah.
Gordon.
Jon John, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, and John, I have
believe
brought you
this
over
is,
to the meeting as well.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes. All right, so let me hop over here.
Good morning.
Get to the right spot.
All right, Joel, so going over our checkoff list, this thing looks like it's meeting all the requirements.
Yep. So everything.
Well, with the exception of the setback thing, yeah.
Yeah, so everything's good, height, driveway, property coverage rules. There is the one variance for the setback. So we're at the, depending on how you want to count this front or side property line here, their ease would extend into that. This is showing a 5-foot setback from the property line. We do have a very, a little unusual lot shape here, a little more triangular, and on that upper northeast section. It is,
Quite a drop off.
yeah, it's a steep cliff. So the house location was pretty unmovable. This one's not working now.
Yeah, I myself personally did not have an issue. I understand the difficulties with that particular site. So I don't have an issue myself with the variance. I don't know how Joe Jean or Justin feel about that.
I have no issue.
I don't have any problem.
Okay, then let's make a motion then on the variance and get through that. So that sounds like that motion would be to approve.
I'll second.
Okay. And that's unanimous. So the variance has been approved, Joel.
Okay. Here's what the home's gonna look like. Don't really have much to comment on it other than it meets all the policy requirements.
Yeah.
Do you have any
I'll move to approve then.
questions? Okay.
Uh, Yeah, I don't think I had many questions on this one. I'm glad I thought this was the one that had a height issue originally.
Yeah, we reduced the pitch and we took a foot out of the top plate to get underneath that.
Nice, nice. I appreciate that effort.
Well, yeah, the owner is freakishly tall and he wasn't super happy about it, but we're gonna make it work.
Awesome, awesome. Okay, anybody have any issues with this project?
No,
All the colors look good. Everything looks good to me. Architecturally, I think I'm fine with it. The only, I guess, is everyone okay with it?
Yeah,
yes,
Okay, you want to make a motion?
I already had moved to approve.
Oh, I'm sorry, Justin. Thank you. Move to approved. And Joe Jean, you seconding?
yes,
Okay, second by Joe Jean. That's unanimous. And that is 15 Autumn Vista Place, which was item number 25. It's been approved unanimously. That's by Justin and Joe Jean. Okay, that one's been approved, Joel.
Excellent. All right.
I'll let you take us on to whoever you want to go to.
Yeah,
next.
sure. Let's go to item number 26, 16 Canyon Court, and we have Aaron Russell.
Okay,
is here with us.
I'll go ahead and return both Denny and John to our attendees then.
Thank you, John.
And we have, I'm sorry, Aaron Russell, is that correct?
Yes.
All right, Aaron, I brought you over to the meeting.
Aaron.
Hello.
Is there anyone else, Aaron, that you want from the attendees that are with you today?
Yeah, it's myself and Jay sitting next to me.
Oh, okay.
The two of us together are Axe Property Development.
Yeah.
The owners of this lot.
All right. So let's see. Another one here. What did I write down? So we're agreeing on all the ACC requirements. The one note the builder like to propose epoxying or painting black 8-foot retaining wall. So that would be a concrete retaining wall at the rear of the home. If we've had a discussion, hey, be ready to, sometimes, they decide on a case by case basis, usually depending on the size and location of the concrete wall.
Yeah, can you bring that up on the site plan actually? And show me that,
Yeah.
so it's a big wall. That's the problem.
So it'd be this wall here in the back.
Yeah. And how tall are they showing that?
I
Trying to
believe
see
we're at
height.
8 feet. Is that
Yeah,
right?
it's big. That's,
Well, we can speak to that too. It is an 8 feet elevation difference from where the patio is. But on the JWR section here, see, we have a small patio and then we'll have kind of a slope of native ground. And then the wall itself will be less than 8 feet tall. It'll be maybe four
oh,
or
gotcha.
less.
And it'll be triangular, so it'd be even less, right? So
Yeah, yeah.
I gotcha. Okay, not a huge fan of paint. That's just me speaking, Keith. The epoxy is not a bad idea. You might have better. The problem, always have is retention of the paint onto the concrete. After a few years, it tends to just fade away and bubble off and peel and stuff, and so it becomes pretty hideous looking. Typically, like to see something, a siding of some type or a stonework or something like that on there, but it's in the back of the house. Is that correct? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how about on the side? What was going to be shown on the side of the house?
Yeah, so this is just for the retaining wall only. And that was our thought. Our first thought was epoxy black, just to have it really blend in with kind of the dirt slope. The rest, the sides, we didn't have any plans to have too much exposed concrete.
Okay. Okay.
Other than the concrete steps that you see.
Right. Yeah. Okay, that was the big question I had was how much of it was going to be actually exposed for me. You guys have any other questions?
No.
Is that the house that has a great view of the lake?
That was I think the previous one. We just did 15 out of Vista.
The one right before this one.
Okay. Are there trees and stuff that might block the retaining wall?
No, all of the trees will be upslope of the retaining wall. This is a sloping up to the back. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, so this lot is sloping uphill as we move toward the back of the house. So these trees back here, trees in the back will be retained. So we're cutting into the hillside to put this retaining wall in place.
Okay.
So there's no real view out the back.
You get a view of a retaining wall. Okay, I don't have any other questions on this one. Do you guys?
No, I'll move to approve.
Second.
Okay, that's Justin and Joe Jean. Let me flip the page here. So Justin and Joe Jean, and that's unanimous. So that's been approved. And that, I went to the wrong one. Excuse me. Oh no, that's correct. 16 Canyon Court. Yep. Item number 26, 16 Canyon Court has been approved unanimously. And with the, did you guys have any issues with the black epoxy retaining wall?
No.
Okay, me neither. Okay, so that's included as well. Okay, Joe. Thank you. Appreciate your guys' time.
All right, thanks, Aaron. I'll go ahead and return you to the attendees.
All right, I have, let's hop down to, if you're ready, do item number 19, that's 287 Sudden Valley Drive.
Wow. It took a while, but I found it.
It's a big packet, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so this one, so the problem I have again, and you guys speak up if you have other concerns too, but the big thing I had, I see the checkoff sheet was fine. The problem with the variance I have is this house kind of sits on a perch next to a smaller house and so I wanted to find out exactly why we need the 3-foot variance right off the bat to go over our height limit.
Oh, we do have a attendee here.
Did I see that was Vitali?
Yeah, it's either Vitali or VP. Not sure which is which.
I'll go ahead and bring Vitali on over. Vitali, I brought you into the meeting. Is VP with you as well?
Yeah, it's all me. VP.
Yeah, they're the same guy.
My desktop computer because I got a big screen and I don't have a mic, and Vitali's my phone.
No problem.
He's incognito under both names. Yeah, so Vitali, why do we need to ask for the variance on the heights right off the bat? What's up?
So here's what we did with this house. We're taking that big hill that you see when you pull to the road. We're taking a lot of that out, most of it. And so on the right side of the house where you have the log cabin,
yes,
home, it's going to be 1 story and it's going to sit lower. The height of the house is on the left side, and so what we're doing essentially for this lot to kind of make the best design for what it is and the family that's moving in there is to have a bigger garage on the lower, and we're kind of sinking that in. Main floor and living room on the right being lower, and then kind of the bedrooms on the left. So if you're looking at the house on the right side, where it's going to be close to the house that's there,
it's
quite a bit lower, and we have a lower pitch roof, so it shouldn't look that bad. It's just that in the middle and the left side is
well, that's the back of the house we're looking at there, right? Is that correct?
This is the back.
Yeah. Can we see the front elevation? Yeah, there we go.
And so you can even see that we sunk the house. We even have that little retaining wall there. And so the heights of the houses, that other house is, I mean, I don't have the measurement of the other house, but we were out there last week. That other house is going to be either same height or a little taller than this house on this side.
No, I'm pleased with you stepping it down like that. That was important that I saw that, because so when I went out to look at it, I didn't have the plans with me. I just didn't like the perch, but I like how that looks, and it does take in consideration the house next to it is low lying, and so you're low on that side. So I think that's not an obtrusive issue for him. So I didn't know if you guys had other issues on that, on the variance on the height on this one.
No.
Joe Jean?
No.
Okay, so then let's make a motion to get that out of the way. So Justin, did you make the motion to approve?
I will.
Okay, Justin to approve. Joe Jean second?
Yes.
Okay, and that's unanimous on the variance. So we'll get that part out of the way. So that's been approved. And appreciate you taking that house into consideration next door, Vitali, on lowering that side of it. That's fantastic.
Yeah, and we met the neighbor and had a good conversation about it. He had some concerns. I think we were able to work it all out.
Very good, very good. Okay, Joel, any other issues on that? Everything else I thought met fine.
Yeah, everything else looks pretty good. The only other, possible concern, this drift of mist. So this is off of our pre-approved color palette list.
Yeah,
it's intended that the lighter, like the whiter colors from that pre-approved list are meant to be as trim colors. It is listed under some of the siding and body color. Um,
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that myself.
Okay.
That's just me, but we got Joe Jean and Justin here as well today with us. Did you guys have an issue with the body color possibly being some of it drift of mist?
No.
I can't tell what color it is, so it must be.
It's one of
Okay.
those things where like all the paint samples don't actually look like what they show on the screen. To me, it looks like a off-white kind of light beige.
Yeah. That's kind of what I got out from it too. So if there's no issues, then we'll make a motion on 287 Sudden Valley Drive.
I'll move to approve.
Second,
Okay, that's Justin and Joe Jean. And that's been approved unanimously.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Vitaly. So 287 Sudden Valley has been approved. That was item number 19. And I think, Joel, you got one more, correct?
Yeah, we have one more new construction and one reapproval.
Okay,
So our next new construction is item number 17. This is in 98 Honeycomb Lane.
98 Honeycomb.
Tally, was that your only property today? I'll go ahead and return Vitaly to our attendees at this point.
Yeah, for right now. Thank you. I think he does have one more, but that's
Oh.
it.
And I don't know, so we do have a builder, Randall Reinders. Doesn't look, I don't think he's in attendance today unless that's,
You could ask him if you want. what
unless he's under
property-
Rebecca.
Or Joel might know who he's here for.
Do we know who, what item Rebecca Coleman is here for in our attendees list?
Sure. I'll go ahead and bring Rebecca over and we can just check. Hi, Rebecca. I brought you over to the meeting. Are you here for a specific property? Well, you may need to unmute before responding.
No worries.
Well, no, yeah, Rebecca, if you are here for a specific property, when that comes up, if you'd like to come into the meeting, just use the raise hand in Zoom. It should be down at the bottom of the screen, and I can recount it. Okay, I've moved her back to the attendees.
Perfect. Thank you. Okay, Joel, whenever you're ready.
Ready. So it's 90 Honeycomb Lane. Checked all the boxes. We are, this is also some part of 15 Autumn Vista. They were near some wetlands here. So here's our lot. We're next to actually there's Beaver Creek here, and then there's another seasonal stream that comes down. So we end up with kind of two wetland buffers. You'll see on our site plan, we've got our Beaver Creek buffer here, and then a 50-foot non-buffer, 50-foot buffer non-fish bearing stream here. So we got a buffer line doing this, and another one right here. So he's got his house, right, right where it could be.
So you got about 2 inches, you can move the house.
Yeah, so there is a variance in, he's completed the critical areas wetlands assessment with the county. He's put another lot into extinguish the development rights to it, and there is variance request here for some setbacks to the front. Do the encroachment into that. He's saying that the building and the wall of the building will still be more than 20 feet from the property line. He put this variance in for the consideration of these steps here at the front of the home that would extend into the 20-foot.
Yeah, that's not a problem. Yeah. or not a problem with me, excuse me, not a problem for me. But anyone else have an issue with the variance for the steps?
No.
Okay. Joe Jean, any issue on that?
No,
Okay, so that's approved unanimously. And then I'll make the motion, and then Justin will, so it'll be Keith, and then Justin will be the second on the variance.
Everything else looks good on here. The only other thing, so this retaining wall at the driveway is either going to be says retaining wall as needed, but this will be either exposed aggregate or cladded with wood paneling. But otherwise, I think we're all good here.
Well, I appreciate you went over these plans really well. I appreciate that, Joel. You taking your time going over these things like this really helps get through the ACC meeting so much quicker, knowing that things being looked at.
Oh, thanks, Keith.
Yep. Okay, guys, any other comments on 98 Honeycomb Lane?
no,
Good with colors, can lights in the soffit, so they'll be obviously down directed. I didn't see any other issues. And Joel, you have the landscape plans and all, correct? And all this, I mean, I see it here. We're making sure everything's fitting in with the stormwater and everything for county.
Yeah, so the landscape plan, this, what they're doing is they're, part of their critical areas assessment and protection is they'll install a split rail fence back here with some signage. It says, wetlands area, critical areas, do not disturb. So they'll keep all this area undisturbed. And then they're planting all this, I believe, based off of their Lake Whatcom native native landscaping planting worksheet. So this placement of, and so this is a, I can't remember if I've talked about this before. This is something that county is requiring. This only applies to land that is disturbed and needs to be replanted, though, for the county. So anytime we have a landscaping area, generally when a stormwater engineer determines how much square footage can be designated as, quote, landscaping, that can be up to, I think it's grass down, which is the highest phosphorus loading material. And so you'll see, and some other, let me pull up another example here. You'll see on a landscaping plan, let's hop over to 16 Canyon Court. If it's going to come up, yeah, here we go. So this up here, you'll see this is designated as landscaping, 350 square feet allowable. And then the rest is going to be native vegetation. So on here, that light green area down here denoted as landscaping, that is the amount that could be grass.
Right.
And then all this other stuff here that's designated as native vegetation needs to be replanted from the county according to this, their planting worksheet.
And Joel, the county is coming to check that out. Did they verify that everything is done, or is that something that you're doing?
Yeah, they have been doing that.
They have been. Good.
Yeah, they've been counting up all the plants, making sure, and I have been too, just to an extent. And so when the builders are submitting their landscaping plan to Sudden Valley, actually having this planting worksheet is not a requirement for the policies. They really just have to have the number of the species, the number of them, and where they are going to be located in that landscaping area. And it should be, they should be replanting all the other disturbed stuff,
right,
according to that Whatcom County planning worksheet. But But this one, but I tell builders, you can use this as a good guide, fill it out. Gives you native species to plant, the numbers of them, and it makes your landscaping plan really easy.
Yeah, very nice. Okay. So this is 98 Honeycomb. We got our variance approved. Do we get a motion on the project? Okay. And
I'll second. Or
okay, that's fine. Joe
I
Jean
just
and
fine.
Justin. And that's unanimous. Joe Jean and Justin. So that has been approved with the variance.
Okay.
That is 98. That was item number 17. 98 Honeycomb Lane. And is that it, or you have one more after that, don't you?
The only other one that would be the reapproval. That's item number 12, 34 Sun Valley Drive.
12. We're all over the place today. 34, right on, right here. And this is just
This was approved last year.
yeah, it's just a reapproval. Yeah, I don't. Do you guys have any issues with the reapproval?
I don't think so.
Do you know when this county permit expires?
And I'm looking in my files here to see if he's got it. I don't know if.
I guess it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I don't know yet because he hasn't started yet.
Okay, all right, so we'll just start it like it's a brand new construction and we're just reapproving. Okay.
Yep.
All right, and that was who made that motion? Anybody? I'll make the motion. This is 34 Sun Valley Drive. Let me just find it on my sheet here. That's item number 12. So I make the motion to approve.
I'll second.
Justin for a second. Any problems, Joe Jean? Are you good with it?
I'm good with it.
Okay, that's unanimous. Okay, that was item number 12, 34 Sun Valley Drive. Okay,
That's all I've got for you today on my end.
all right, Joel, thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, my pleasure. Thanks.
Keep up the good work. Be talking to you soon.
All right. Thanks, Keith.
All right, thank you. Hey, John, is Vitale still in attendees?
He sure is. You want me to bring him over?
Well, I believe there's two. Yeah, he has two lots he wants for I believe extension is what he's here for. So yeah, if you could bring him back over.
Will do. All right, Vitaly, I've brought you back in.
I am here.
Hi, Vitale. I think you're here for two other lots. Is that correct?
That's correct, and it's not just extension. There's a few changes and things on at least one of them.
Okay, which one you want to start with?
Either way, we can start with 3 Autumn Vista if you guys don't have a problem with that.
3 Autumn Vista. Let me just find it real quick. Okay, that's item number 22 and 23. 3 Autumn Vista, item 22 and 23. Let me find them real quick, Vitale. Okay, all right, so we got your construction change is what I'm looking at. You're looking to change the color from urban bronze color, change to urban bronze body and black trim fascia. And the wood, what did it say? front of house, wood siding, stained dark brown.
Well, so I filled that in. I don't know what originally was approved.
That's what I was gonna ask you next.
It's been a minute, and so some of the way things were done back then are different. This house went through a lot of a lot of weird things with ACC coordinator changes, and there's a few mistakes made with maybe not so much the colors and the siding, but mainly the driveway. But anyways, I didn't know what was approved originally, what wasn't. I ended up changing a lot of the house because of I got a conditional permit. And so after we did the foundation, there were some changes I was forced to make by county, and because of one of the neighbors. And so it's been a long time. I've changed quite a few things. I've did things differently. And so now I don't even know what was approved originally. And I'm just trying to get the house approved as it sits with the metal roof and being black, the dark cedar in the front. The color is an approved color. So I don't even remember what the color was back then. This was back in the day when I used to fill out that spec sheet with a Sharpie and just roll with it. And that was okay. I know now it's not.
Okay, let's all right, so let me mull on that one for a second. And then your next one is an extension and reapproval request. So you need to extend, you attach. The house is 90% complete, will be completely finished in July of 2022. So this is an ongoing, I know it's been an ongoing mess.
Yeah.
But yeah, you need to get it finished.
Yep. I was with, like I said, the big thing on this house was a very big thing was the front and the back of the house, with it being that I don't own that front section, but I got an easement to it. And so that easement was questioned many times, and there's some dispute. And then also what to do with it, because it's a mess of what needs to be done in the front, because right now it's concrete and rock, which I for a long time had no answer to what else I can do. And before, I had from Sun Valley in the notes, one of the previous AC coordinator said that I had to make that front into parking space for the neighbors. And so that's kind of essentially what it is right now, quote unquote, parking space for a neighbor, because it's all concrete and rock. Except I'm gonna guess Sun Valley's not gonna want that to stay like that. And so, but I can't plant anything. So I just literally 2 weeks ago, because it's a big stormwater thing. So stormwater and geo are really big on this house because there's cliffs in the back and it's a mess. But I cleared it up, and so I just got my okay from county stormwater to do AstroTurf, and that's the only thing I can come up with on that front where it looks good and it meets everybody, everybody's requirements. And so that's part of what that's not the only thing, but that was one holdup. I'm not going to make excuses for taking so long to build that house. It's a personal house of mine, and so it took a minute. But anyway, so that's my biggest thing coming to you guys is if I can get okay on what the changes that I've made. It's been like that for 2 years on the outside.
Yeah.
And then also the AstroTurf and that 20 by 18 section behind my stormwater. Unless you guys got any suggestions, because I can't think of anything else to make it look good and meet all the requirements.
Guys, any comments? Concerns, suggestions?
I'll move to approve.
both of them or one of them? The
Both,
extension and both of them.
both of them.
Okay. Justin?
No questions. And good with it if everyone else is.
Okay. All right, Vitaly, you got approval.
Awesome. Thank you,
yeah.
guys.
Yeah, man, and good luck. I know you need to get her done and get it out of there, right?
It'll be done. We got people working there. We're cleaning it up, and my guess this month, maybe early next month, it'll be done and finished and everything.
All right, awesome. So that's item number 22 and item number 23 has been approved unanimously. And then what was the next one you're here for, Vitaly?
I believe the other one was 32 Longshore.
Yeah, 32 Longshore. That's item number 9. 32 Longshore. Okay, Whatcom County Extension. Something included, would like to ask to extend SVCA to match county permit.
Move to approve.
Vitaly, how many times have we extended this one?
I think a couple of times for the first builder and a couple of times for me. Well, actually, I don't know if I actually got an extension of this one because we had that COVID thing that I got completely shut down on that one. And so that house, I'll be coming to you guys with that one. I'm working with county. That's a house that should have never been built. It's a house that I should have never bought.
On that.
And it's been a nightmare on 17 different things. The only thing I can say is I'm making the best out of what it is. I am working with county because the previous builder drew up the plan and it got approved. He did a lot of things wrong. I picked it up. We had an on-site meeting with then head inspector, then GM of Sun Valley, and a bunch of other things, and we figured it all out because there's a bunch of lawsuits that were coming because some of the neighbors and a lot of structural problems. And so I picked it up and then spent the year cleaning it up, doing all the structural stuff. And now I'm having a problem with inside of the house, the plan, the framing, the structural, and engineers involved. County, everybody that was involved then has now changed. We got a new inspector. And so my plan, and then we got shut down. So my plan was from about a year ago, 2 years ago, I finished the outside of the house as much as I could so that it doesn't look like a new construction. I mean, as much as I could. And now I'm working through, I was at county yesterday, I'm working through with stormwater and engineers to get everything approved. County's been switching over to digital. So there's just a bunch of delays. And yes, I'm not blaming everybody else. Part of it is me. Like I said, I should have never bought this house. It's over 5,000 square feet of mess. And so my plan is once I get county stormwater approved here shortly, I'm going to submit to you guys for a stairway. And the goal is to finish out the outside so it looks 99% finished. And then once I get my approval with engineers and the plan layout, I'm going to work on everything inside. And I really hope I finish it this year and no more extensions. But it's a mess and I apologize.
Joe Jean, any comments on that one?
Yes, I do, actually.
Yeah, I thought you might.
I've been watching that house be built for at least 2 years. And I have a lot of questions too, but I do have a concern. And that is if you're standing on the street looking up at the hill, at the bottom, there's on the right side of the driveway, there's a concrete wall. And in front of that wall is a drainage metal cap. So, you know, it's supposed to drain into that hole. The problem is that the water runs on the right side of the concrete wall and then just goes into the street. And there's no way that drainage can get into that drain the way it's built. And I think draining onto the street will cause problems in the winter with ice.
Yeah.
So,
Stuff.
so clarification a little bit. So that's not a drain at all. So that is just a lid because for a clean out for the culvert. So that's not designed there to have water go inside. That's just so that you can pop it open and you can clean that area out, because the culvert going down the street is a small culvert, and so that if it ever gets plugged in. Now, as far as any water coming down, I have behind that rock, there's a little bit of a opening where the water from my side of the property goes in there. And then on my driveway, I got these openings that is there for looks, but also there's a strip drain in between them, which you can't see, but everything from my lot and from my driveway drains. So these slits in between my driveway squares, there's actually a drain in there. And so I did have a lot of problems with water going down where that landscaping hill is, but that's from my neighbor's house. And so we talked to them about that. Unfortunately, they're older. They had some medical issues and no one's living in that house now. But the way to fix that would be to put a strip drain on their driveway. And so that would mean that everything between their driveway and my end and my driveway gets into that culvert. So I did the best I could to catch all the water from my lot. And it goes into the stormwater system and then into the drain. But there's water when it rains real.
Okay.
When there's a lot of rain from that hillside on behind the wall and more on my neighbor's side, there is water coming down always, and it goes out into the street. But that's not my property.
So your driveway goes right up to the property line? I mean, I'm talking about that concrete wall, right? There's a big rock and a wall, and maybe 2 or 3 or 4 inches between the two is where the water drains. And I've walked by there with water draining, and you're saying that's your neighbor's property?
There should be one. So that wall is very close. So my retaining wall on my lot, it's only like a foot or so away from the property line. And so even this concrete block, the way I remember it is half of that wall is on my neighbors. But in either case, everything coming down from that hill.
You know, you can, in this picture right now, it's the bottom one. You can see the rock, you can see the wall, and you can see the big pipe, little pipe, and the water runs down kind of over where that little pipe is, because the drainage ditch is someplace in between, or the cleaning outlet that you call it.
Okay.
Halfway.
If that's the case, I apologize. If that's the case, I can drill in another little drain for that. I haven't seen a lot of it after we poured the driveway. And so if there's water that goes between the big rock and the wall,
Yeah,
that's an easy fix. We can put in a little, tiny strip drain, a little drain there to catch that water.
yeah.
That was supposed to be done.
I try to put a rock there and, make the water turn to the drainage ditch thing. But my little rock didn't help. So, anyways,
I'll
if you
cut
could do
something in.
that'd be nice.
That's easy to do. I'll cut something in and direct the water into the drain. That's not a problem.
That
I
sounds-
know they have other issues, like I was saying from that house next to me, where when it rains a lot, there's water going down their driveway and onto the street. We've had that issue, and we've had that conversation with them about putting in a strip drain. But yeah, no, I can take care of this one. Not a problem.
Yeah. I'd approve it anyway. I just thought I'd mention that. If you could fix it, I think it'd be nice.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so 32 Longshore,
Move to approve.
move to approve was Joe Jean. I had Justin for a second on that. And that was unanimous, although I did put with appropriate fees is the only thing I had on there. We charge fees for extensions. So I want to put that comment on there that if admin felt they needed to charge the extension fee, that they had that ability to do so. Everyone agree with that comment?
Yes.
Okay, that's been approved. With
Awesome. Thank
comment.
you.
Thank you, Vitaly. That's it, right?
I think that's it for today.
Okay, thank you much. Have a good
Thank you.
day.
Thanks, Vitaly.
You
I'll
too.
go ahead and move you back to the attendees. Have a great day now.
All right, you two guys. Thanks.
Okay, looks like we lost Justin, huh? All right, just me and you, Joe Jean. All right, let's no one else is in attendance, right, for any projects?
We do have one more attendee, Rebecca Coleman.
Oh, yeah, could you see what project she was here for? Did she ever chime in?
We'll try to bring her back over here again. Rebecca, I've brought you back over. Are you here for a specific property or are you just observing today? Oh, she's just observing. All right. I'll go ahead and move you on back to the attendees and feel free to observe.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. Okay, we'll go back up, start off our agenda with item number 2, which is a tree removal request for 132 Windward Drive. I didn't have an issue with it. I didn't know if you had any issues with it, Joe Jean?
No, I didn't. I'll move to approve. With county
Okay.
permit.
Yeah. So that's Joe Jean, and that's unanimous with the comment that a county permit required. Okay, we're on to item number 3, which is 4 Lookout Mountain, also a tree removal request.
I'll move to approve.
Yeah, I had, and the same thing. So I really want to start getting all our tree things. We should have that county permit required on all of them as a standard format. So that is moved to approve with the same comment. And that's okay. Item number 4, 7 Appaloosa is also a tree removal request for a dead hemlock back of the house. And it was 2 of them actually. And the other one for leaning over the deck. Description from Earthworks Tree Services, and they already have their tree permit determination attached in here.
I'll move to approve.
Okay, that was item number 4. Joe Jean and Keith, that's unanimous with same comments. Okay, item number 5, 12 Wisteria. tree removal request. And this one has the attached report from Earthworks. So I'll make the move to approve on that one.
Second.
Okay, that's Keith and Joe Jean. That was item number 5, has been approved unanimous. Okay, item number 6, 9 Par Lane.
I have a question about that. Is that kind of fence one of on the approval list?
No, this particular fence that they want to do is a 4-foot high aluminum, kind of look like wrought iron type of fencing. It's not on our approval list. It doesn't mean we can't approve it. I think I like it better than the wooden wire one myself. That's just me. But I think it's a nicer looking fence and it's on the golf course. So it adds a nice little, I think it looks probably nicer backing on the golf course too. And it's a short fence, only gonna be 4 foot tall.
I'm sorry, what?
4 foot high fence is what they're recommending to do now.
I'll move to approve.
Yeah, and so last time, so they actually got this approved at one point. It was going to be a different fence, a wooden wire one, and they didn't get it done in time. They came back to our committee, and then Rich had brought up like he thought there was like a keyway back there, and it does look like a keyway shape, but it was a different lot, and so they've clarified that, and they did with us originally. So they're just re-clarifying. So I'm with you on that, and so I'll second that. And that'll be unanimous.
You can't really, from the golf course, I don't think that fence will stand out too much.
No. Okay, on to item number 7, which is 14 Par Lane. This is removing existing upper and lower decks, the south stair access, replace both decks. They're going through the county for their permits. Really appeared to be more of a maintenance issue than anything.
Are they the same, the decks the same size?
From what I can tell from the paperwork, that is correct. And looking on here, he did as-built plans, and the as-built plans are the same as what's being replaced on there. The only thing they are changing the railing and stuff like that, you know, putting in a new deck, and it's going to have the cable system and some glass for the railing.
I'll move to approve.
Okay. Get this one. It's 14 Par Lane. No. Yeah, 14 Par Lane. That's Joe Jean. You know, that's funny. That's a question I had though. No size increase, but I did look over the plans, but I didn't check it off. But I had the same thought. Okay, so that's been approved unanimously. Okay, item number 8 is 18 Par Lane. A lot going on at Par Lane.
My question about that, will they be increasing or decreasing the surface that water can drain through? You know what I mean?
Oh, you know, that's a good question. So we've looked at that previously at ACC meetings, and we came to the conclusion that underneath the existing deck, so someone already had a deck up, say a Trex deck at the second level, and below it, it was just wood or just dirt or whatever, it was still considered like a impervious surface because the upper deck is considered impervious, therefore blocking it down below. So we've had a couple of these come across like the last year or two where we've let them pour concrete below a deck that's up above like that without calculating that into the coverage, because it's already been considered as part of their lot coverage originally. You know what I mean? So when we take a footprint of a house, we have that, and then we add the decks to get the overall impervious square footage of a lot. And so we take that deck and we remove that deck from their square footage. So technically the square footage below it is already removed from the calculation as well. So to me, it shouldn't be double dipped, I guess.
Okay, then I'll move to approve.
Okay, and that's 18 Par Lane, and I will second that. And that's unanimous. And then item number 9, we already did, that was 32 Longshore. And that was the extension. And then we'll go on to item number 10, which is 31 Marigold. And this is a paint. They want to change the color of the house to a pewter with alabaster trim. I have no issues with that.
I'll move to approve.
Okay. Georgine and Keith. Okay, item number 11 is One Valley View Circle. And so what this is, so they have a huge retaining wall, maybe it's like 12-foot high on the side of their house, on the back side of their house. And they want to basically put a fence on both sides of it to kind of make it into a little dog run. So it's really, to me, it's not much of a fence. They're kind of enclosing an existing area is what they're doing.
So on this diagram, that line is the property line or the fence line?
That is the retaining wall. So it's kind of weird. So they kind of drew the property line there, but see where the first 12 is by his house, and then it says 12. They got an arrow that says fence.
Yeah.
So that's that little 12-foot section of fence they're putting there to enclose that area off. And then that dark line where they have that 12-foot and all that, that's an existing like 12-foot high retaining wall. It might even be taller. It goes all the way around the back of their property to the other side where they're putting that little fence. It's hard to explain. They probably could have drawn it better, but yeah, they're kind of just enclosing. Like I said, if you picture walking out the back of their house and it's a big hill going uphill, and so there's a really tall retaining wall back there. So they have like maybe 6 to 8 feet to walk around back there a little bit, and they want to just fence both sides of that off so the dog can kind of run back there. And it's a green belt on one side of them, so there's no neighbors over there.
The side with the fence?
Yeah, the side where the dog's going to be. There's no neighbors on that side, and it's a green belt.
I'll move to approve then.
Okay, and I'll second that one. That was One Valley View. Routine Keith, that's unanimous. Item number 12, we already did. Item 13, we've already done. So we're on to item number 14, which is 3 Green Hill Road.
Keith?
Yes, sir.
Looks like Vitaly is still with us and has his hand raised.
Oh, go ahead, Vitaly. Hang on. Let me just find this one real quick. But no, we didn't get to it yet. So go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to bring him on over.
Yep. Thank you.
All right, Vitaly, I brought you back to the meeting.
Yeah, I forgot. I'm back. 3 Green Hill is mine.
What's that?
So the 3 Green Hill, that's also mine.
Oh, it is. Okay, great.
Yeah.
That's where we're going to right now, actually. So let me, I'm trying to find it here in my paperwork. Oh, it's coming up. Okay. There it is. All right, 3 Green Hill. Okay, we're really, no problem with that. No problem with that. So the only problem I had in looking on this was the color. I wasn't sure on the siding, adding some wood in front. I'm not sure what that meant. Vitaly, do you know?
Did you guys go out and look at the home, or? So the thing with this house, I had a lot of issue getting it approved with the previous ACC board. And so I got a conditional approval, and I never got a list of what all those conditions were. And there were about 100 of them. And so And so I did kind of do the same thing now, since we're like 99.9% finished with it. Driveway's getting poured today. We're closing on it next week. And so what I submitted was just a list of things so that I get approved. The roof is the same that I've done on other homes. The wood's the same. The color is the same, approved. So there's not anything there that's out of the ordinary or I haven't done. I just don't know what was approved, because this was last summer. I had 3 time, like these meetings were like 2 hours long because of this particular property and the previous ACC board that we later found out had something personal against me. I don't know. The point is, I don't even know what was approved because I never got that from, I think it was Susie or Jenny. I never got that list back. I asked for it a couple of times. And so I just submitted this saying, please approve what I've done.
Yeah. You just want to get it closed out now and be done.
Exactly. And I've been talking to Joel even yesterday. Like there's some changes that I didn't know about, and we're going to send some pictures to make it meet everything Sun Valley with propane tank clear screens and all that stuff. But the color and the wood, it's exact same what I've done on my previous house last year that got approved. And so it's just more of the layout of the siding that I don't know if I was ever supposed to get approved. That didn't match what was on my original plan.
But
And
the point is now you've already done it.
Yes.
It's already done. You're just trying to go after the fact and say, hey, I kind of just did this anyways, and can you say okay with it? That's what it sounds like you're asking. Right.
Sounds bad when you put it that way, but yes.
Yeah. Joe Jean, any comments?
No, I'll move to approve.
Okay. All right. I will second, but Vitaly, like in the future, right? So we all know that we gotta go at these a different direction, not just haphazard, and you know that. So.
Yep. No, I'm actually putting in a rendering drawing. I got 2 more of these that got approved in a similar Mickey Mouse manner last year. I'm redrawing them and showing them to you before I do any siding, any color, anything. So I'm turning a leaf.
Good. Well, we're trying to work with you here. I hope you realize.
No,
that.
you guys are awesome. This is so much easier than last year was difficult for me as it was for you, but yeah, no, this is better. Thank you.
All right. So that one's been approved. Okay, that was
Cool.
3 Green Hill Road. Thank you, Vitaly. And you can return them, John, back to attendees. Thank you.
All right, you
Thank
got
you.
it.
Okay, on to item number 15 is 25 Wisteria. Exterior alteration request, replacing the roof with new aluminum roof in legal brown. Regal brown. I said regal brown is what I meant to say. I'm sorry, Joe Jean, did you say you moved to approve?
Yes.
I wanted to check something out real quick beforehand. I meant to do it last night. Let me just check something real quick. 6.3. Okay. Yep. Okay. I'm good with it too. I just needed to check something in our policies. Okay. So that one is 25 Wisteria Lane, and that one is approved unanimously. Okay. And then we did item number 16, item 17. We'll do item number 18, which is 4 Little Strawberry Lane. Poor little strawberry. Oh yeah, so this is a little exterior work on the outside. I wish to replace the bottom part of the cedar planks facing my front entry with oxide ledge stone capped with taupe Versetta stone wainscoting. I further wish to replace the 3 bottom rows of boards on the right side of the house with the oxide, same thing, capped with the same thing. It sounded like a nice addition to me, but I don't know if you had any comments on that, Joe Jean?
No, I'll move to approve.
Okay, that's unanimous approval. Item number 19 we did. Item number 20 is 17 Meadow Court. 17 Meadow Court. Okay, so this is the approval or removal of trees expired 2 months ago because it could not cut them down in winter or spring. We are going up the extension to be able to cut down the trees that are in front of the house this summer. And it does not allow sun to enter, and we have several parts of the house already with mold, with mow on the walls. I'm sure he meant mold. So that's all I have on it.
I'll move to approve.
Huh.
Oh, with the county approval, of course.
Yeah, county, yeah, we're gonna make that note for sure. County approval required. Required, and then also I wonder, I don't recall it approving it prior, but then I don't recall them anyways. Okay, so we're going to 17 Meadow Court, we're going to move to approve with county permit. With county permit required, we want to make sure they have that. Okay. That moves us to item number 20. Item number 21, 189 Polo Park Drive. Placing the front porch with the new deck and overhang. This will coincide with replacement of our failing roof. Yeah, I got no problem with this myself.
Are we gonna get a request when they replace their failing roof?
Well, he says, I believe they are replacing their roof already.
Okay, just checking.
Yeah. That's the way it sounds like. Yeah, that's what they're doing and want to do the deck at the same time.
I'll move to approve.
Okay, I'll second. That's unanimous. Okay, it looks like our last item today will be item number 24, which is going to be 35 Stable Lane. Oh yeah, this was, they want to hide the look of some stuff on the side of their house. Or the back of their house, actually.
Is it gonna be up to the property line?
No. Not to my knowledge. That's a good question, though, but I would guess that there's probably 5 feet beyond the end of that panel to their property line.
Okay,
That's a good question, though, Joe Jean. We could defer it pending that because I could verify that. Or, yeah, we could pending, a pending verification of property line. We could do that.
okay,
So we could approve pending verification of property line. Verification of property line. And then And that's something I can go out, I'll go out and look at that. And then, so I guess via email, I'll shoot you an email just saying I verified and that it doesn't need a variance.
Okay,
If that sounds good, we'll make that comment in there and then I'll go out and do that when we get done with our meeting. Or shortly thereafter. So that was item number 24. All right, believe it or not, that is everything.
hallelujah.
Wait a minute, which one was I just said I gotta go out and look at? 35 Stable Lane. Let me pull that paperwork out. And then I'll go out and look at that. Okay, anything else on our agenda? That's it on the agenda. So we will call this meeting to end at 10:21. Unless you have anything